Is going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen, I got breaking news out of Hoover, Alabama, where everybody's favorite damsel in distress, Carlee Russell, has pled out today. She took a plea deal, y'all. Now, I'm going to show you guys an article that sums it all up, and I'm gonna come back and explain some of the stuff in here. If you guys don't understand the jargon, check it out. All right, guys, it's an article by Alabama.com, and I've seen it on CBS and ABC as well. It's not in the video form yet, but it's the article's out, and it reads as follows: Carlee Russell has plea hearing set in fake abduction, labeled today, March 8th, 2024. And it says the state trial for Carlee Russell's appeal of her municipal conviction on faking her own abduction has been canceled, and a plea hearing is set. Now, you guys remember, she was set for March 18th. So it says Russell's trial was set, as I just said, for March 18th before Jefferson County Bessemer cutoff Circuit Judge David Carpenter. The judge on Thursday ordered the trial removed from the docket and set a March 21st plea date hearing. Russell's attorney, Emory Anthony, said he could not comment on what may or may not happen in the plea deal. Russell, age 26, pleaded not guilty on October 11, 2023 to charges of false reporting to law enforcement authorities and falsely reporting an incident. Despite her plea, Hoover Municipal Judge Brad Bishop found her guilty based on a recommendation of state prosecutors. Bishop recommended 1 year in jail and $17,874 in restitution. He also recommended 2 fines of $831 each. In municipal court, there is no jury trial. The Constitution allows anyone who faces jail time to have their case heard and decided by a jury of their peers. Often defendants will appeal a verdict to Jefferson County Circuit Court to take the case to a jury trial. Anthony said following last year's municipal hearing, they would appeal the verdict because state prosecutors want Russell to serve jail time. Anthony said Russell's legal team completely disagrees with jail time for a Class A misdemeanor, especially when it's Russell's first offense. Alabama lawmakers are seeking to toughen the consequences for making a false abduction claim. A bill before legislature would make faking an abduction a Class C felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Russell seemingly vanished Thursday, July 13th after calling 911 and a family member to report seeing a child about 3 or 4 years old, only wearing a diaper, walking alone on I-459. The family member reported hearing a scream, then only the interstate noise through the open cell phone line. Russell's disappearance sparked a massive search and widespread concern. 2 days later, Russell showed up alone at her parents' Hoover home. She was taken to UAB hospital for evaluation. While in the hospital, Russell told Hoover police she escaped the clutches of a man and woman who abducted her. She did not speak with Hoover investigators again after the initial interview. Asked why Russell faked her own abduction, Anthony previously said that something that will eventually come to light. We're dealing with issues with Carlee, and we want the best for Carlee, Anthony said. We realize a mistake was made, but we don't want to just pile on right now. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's the news. The trial was supposed to be March 18th. Which I was supposed to be down there. And now it's been moved to March 21st. Because it's a plea hearing now. Meaning no jury, none of that. She signed a plea deal. She pled out. So she didn't already sign the paperwork either this morning. Because I looked up here. I'm like, how come I didn't see this? It's at 10:54 a.m. this morning. So either this morning in the courthouse it was reported, she signed the documents, or she did this yesterday or whatever. They wanted to break it today. Your girl is not going to jail, I don't think. And it sounds messed up, but I'm explaining something. I'm explaining 3 things on here of why I think she took that deal. Number 1 is this. They put pressure on her. A lot of times what happened is when you had this jewelry thing and you say, I'm going to trial, they'll come with deals. Like in Jersey, they used to come with one initial deal. When you'll be locked up and you say, I didn't do it, I'm not taking it. Then they'll come back with another deal that's less than the one they offered you first time. You will say no. They'll come to you with one more deal, but it'll be close to the trial time and you've been sitting in jail, however long you're sitting, hoping that you crack and change your mind. She's not in jail. Justice system is somewhat the same all over. She's standing pat. We'll sit here. She got the finances with her people, and they believe she shouldn't go to jail for what she did, as wrong as it was. And we all know about the story. We ain't going to talk about it. So what happens is Monday after next day was going to go to trial. It's a lot of manpower. It's a lot of stuff. The clock starts to tick, or the dollar signs start getting spent once the trial starts. All the way up until trial is about to start. Long as they close that out, they don't have to pay nothing because trial is expensive. So what they did was, I think, my opinion, the final deal they gave her was probation. But it might be like a long probation, like something real stupid, like 2 years probation, the time she was in the thing. I think she hasn't gotten in any trouble. She sat out of the public light. It's kind of dead. That story's kind of dead out there. You know, these stories, even though they're big stories, when we report them and we talk about them, you got to understand, they're replaced by other stories day by day by day. And then after a while, this thing gets old and people forget about it. And then, like, I've done stories last year and then people went to trial. I'm like, oh man, I remember doing that story. Same thing with this. Think she just was sitting there. Things got comfortable. Ain't nobody really talking about it no more. They know what she did. She looked bad. Obviously, she don't care. And I think they pulled jail time off the table. When we see they going to run, it's going to cost us a lot of money only to prove her guilty. When we all know she's guilty, just give her probation. Save the money. Save the city the money. That's why I think she got that. They came back with that final third offer. All right, this is what they're saying. You know, the attorney say, this is what they're saying. No jail time, but you got a lengthy parole. You can't get in no trouble. All right, we'll take it. So they didn't already paid the money. I bet you all of that restitution and stuff is paid already. And I think that's why they contributed to this, because whatever money they spent in manpower that they charged them, they paid it back already. She ain't never been to jail, all this other stuff. We got the money back. Don't even worry about it. She looked bad. Let the public deal with her. She's already embarrassed. All right, here, long probation. That's why jail time is off the table. That's why she signed it. They stood pat and it fell in their favor. It did. Now, say she gonna be down there, what? March 21st, I will still come. I'll be there March 21st. Now, I done got my hotel room and all this stuff, so I'm gonna have to figure out, because as of the 1st of March, I couldn't back out of it, so I gotta figure out what I gotta do with this. Yeah. Anyway, March 21st, I'll be down there. I'll be at the plea deal hearing for you guys. Now, it's a plea deal. They should let us in there. So it's public. Hopefully I have some good tidbits. Here's another thing. We're going to go to point 2. A few things she didn't answer that she would have to answer. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, Emory Anthony said, hey, whatever she said she was at, it's going to come to light because we got to go to trial. I was just talking to my girlfriend about it. And it's crazy how we just found this at the same time. I was talking to my girlfriend about it. She said, the public not going to be nice to her. I don't even know who's advising her to take this thing. Everybody know who she is. They said, man, they'll come to deliberation 20 minutes after they start. And I was like, yeah, I don't know who's giving her this advice. And then we went and looked up and bam, she already took the deal. Because they know. Remember, guys, when we covered this story, it was stuff on the cell phone that the Hoover PD chief, Durzitz, wouldn't say. He said she got something on the phone that, you know, we didn't want to talk about. You know, it was that. Then it was a lot of questions she would have had to answer. Where did she go? Did somebody help her? And I think, like I said, I think somebody helped her. Did somebody help her? What's the other part? What's the main thing I was bringing up when I brought this up? She would have to tell a lot of stuff that, you know, a lot of people was wondering about. What was on the cell phone? Was a guy involved? Some people say she was cheating. It don't matter. I mean, whatever the hearsay is, she would have had to, all her dirty laundry would have been out there. Because when you go to trial, everything's out. Everything, the whole discovery, everything's out. And I think that was worrying them. I think that was worrying them. Like, man, she had to get up there and really embarrass herself because it was something on that phone that she was looking at. And she didn't want other people to look at. And like to know. And it was other things involved in this case. She would have to answer why she did it. Because remember, when she first got found out, it was kind of like, I did it. I'm sorry. She never said it out of her mouth. It was kind of like brushing off the public, like, so what? Social media tore her up. This go to trial, she go to jail. Boom, it bring back the scrutiny from the public. Family, probably like people treating them different, all the heat off of them. They're not thinking about it. They'll take the probation deal. Because at first, remember, they ain't want nothing. Remember the mom was upset and all that? She ain't going to jail. She ain't going to jail. No. The time goes by, everything then calmed down since the last time they was in court and the mom made an ass of herself. Remember her? JLR was talking with her and she getting in the face like she went to spit on him. They had to go through that again because the same reporter's going to be there. You know JLR going to be there. I was going to be there. I'm still going to be there. Think about that. Another thing is this. If she goes to jail, it goes on the record. Probation, it's a misdemeanor. It ain't going to stop her from getting a job. Jail time may. Because it'd be up to the employer whether they want to hire somebody or not. If she's trustworthy because she faked her own kidnapping, it's a smack in the face for a lot of people. Another thing is, I think part of this is the mom's decision. But she seemed like she was running the show. And it's just my opinion. The mom seemed like she was running the show. If the mom didn't sign off on a probation, Carlee wouldn't have took it. So the mom act like she the one doing time. I'm just keeping it real. I think the mom was the deciding factor. Either way, she signed the plea deal. Whatever she's sentenced to is already set in stone. We just got to go there and see what it was. And I'll be there live and uncut. And I'm taking you guys with me as always, like I do when I go and do these traveling stories. But yeah, words out. She took a deal. And I mean, I don't care too much about her because I think what she did was classless and messed up. And it made her family, it made them look bad. And none of them seemed to give a damn. But we'll see how this thing go, y'all. I'll be down there live and uncut. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. You guys missed a hell of a live stream tonight. I'll have it in one of these pop-ups at the end. You guys can go check it out. Man, we had a ball over there. If you missed it, you missed it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.